Hello, guys. I am quoting today from Royo May, the book of The Discovery of Being, a new recent purchase that I have, and it's a very interesting book. I am gonna quote from a part on the page 57, which is talking about the origin and significances of existential psychology. And he's talking about the existential doubts that we all have in a cultural turmoil, which is what is happening absolutely right now in our civilization. It's like it happened before too many times in the history of mankind. It happened in the Renaissance, it happened in the Roman times, it happened probably in the Egyptian times. It's like always cultural change and how does affect mankind, and how this gonna affect obviously the civilization what we are experiencing now in the present, because with all this political correctness and this woke culture which is repressing and regressing people's feelings and emotions in order to express themselves truly what they think they should say, which is the basis of any, I would say in very big brackets, democracy, which obviously we don't live in a democracy, and I don't believe in democracy personally. Okay, so anyway, the quotes speak by itself, and you will see what I'm talking about through the quotes. Page 57, and I quote, "It is true that existentialism has its birth in a time of cultural crisis, and it is always found in our day on the sharp revolutionary edge of modern art, literature, and thought. To my mind, this fact speaks for the validity of its insights rather than the reverse. When a culture is caught in the profound convulsions of a transitional period, the individuals in the society understandably suffer spiritual and emotional upheaval, and finding that the accepted mores and ways of thought no longer yield security, they tend either to sink into dogmatism and conformism, giving up awareness, or are forced to strive for a heightened self-consciousness by which to become aware of their existence with new convictions and on new bases." And that's what is going to happen, or what is happening this with, for example, the new wave of Islam, or the new wave that other alternative like journalists are talking about coming back to Christianity. People are throwing themselves back toward a kind of like fundamental traditionalism, which it doesn't mean that's the solution. We need to going forward, going back to religions and going back to retarded, or well, I'm not going to say retarded, but retrograde religions is not the solution from the cultural experience that we are having now. Like neither Islam, neither Christianism is the solution for the world that we have now. Okay, maybe a new religion might be, but not a new religion of as these people want to create, which is a global religion when we're gonna mix all of them, Abrahamic religions all together, blah blah. No, if we want to evolve as mankind, we need to forget about Abrahamic religion. I'll tell you that now. Anyway, let's leave it there, and I continue. So this is one of the most important affinities of the existential movement with psychotherapy. Both are concerned with individuals in crisis, and far from saying that the insights of a crisis period are simple, the product of anxiety and despair, we are more likely to find, as we do time and again in psychoanalysis, that a crisis is exactly what are required to shock people. It's what is required, to shock people out of an aware dependence upon external dogma, and to force them to unravel layers of pretense to reveal naked truth about themselves, which, however unpleasant, will at least be solid. Okay, so I think this quote speaks by itself, and as I say, we are in a very turbulent period of our civilization, and we are kind of standing on the edge of towards a bright future for mankind, or towards a regression towards a traditionalism, cultural traditionalism, which is gonna end up regressing mankind, getting these people a lot of power as they have now with the using of technology to create a more technocratic society with like dogmatic old school values, let's say. Okay, so we need to aim, as Plato say in his Republic, we need to create sort of religion for the masses, some sort of, it's called the noble lie, bring a subject, a kind of like faith that people will take in order to lift themselves higher in the scale of mankind, like aim for something beyond what we are. But we need to leave aside the Abrahamic religion. The Abrahamic religions, they got their time. We need to aim for something different. There is Jason Giorgiani with this Prometheism sort of religion of credo, or some sort of ethical values or moral, which will bring man towards a better future, more than the stagnation of the Abrahamic religions, Islam, Judaism, Judo-Christianism, and all stuff which control the world. So we need to aim towards something to give to the masses, to inspire them in order to become better person. I think Prometheus and the Promethean religion that Jason Giorgiani is philosophically defending is quite inspiring, and also is, if you see the myth of Prometheus steal the fire from the gods to give it to mankind, and also he's the creator of mankind, and he kind of give a kick in the ass to Zeus, saying like, we don't need you, mankind, we don't need these all gods, we need to improve ourselves and become better technologically, and use this technologically advance for the benefit of mankind, not for the benefits of the gods. So I think this is a really great analogy of what is happening nowadays in the world, like the great gods, the great Olympians, those like figures that control this massive institution in the world, and like these religious and political leaders who like do whatever they want with us. Maybe we need to kick them in the ass and embrace this Promethean spirit, and go beyond what we are now, which is not too far away in what in terms of like spiritual awareness of mankind. Mankind is very stagnated in the mud, probably since the Second World War. Everything went down the drain spiritually, I would say. Like, even though we have this new age and new ways to see like the highest vibration, and like get together with the one and all these things, but there is, in reality, there is nothing come from the source. This like pseudo spiritual thing that is going on around, but it's no and philosophical and ethical values in what these people are defending. It's like, it's a kind of Gnosticism. It's like an annihilation of who we are. It's like we are just like, material beings who have no value whatsoever. We have to like transcend the real of the physical world and find our star in the heaven, which sounds beautiful, but in the reality, we live here. We stand as mankind in our objective world, and we need to make this a change. The spiritual realm is still there, and I believe that the spiritual and the physical realm are exactly the same as when Aristotle say, when as soon as people understand the physical world, they will not need metaphysics, like beyond the physics, because the matter and spirit are something together. We are experiencing that every single day. But again, come back to the topics. Very interesting quote. Please get the book if you can. Comment, send me a message, follow me on YouTube, like and share. Thank you so much. We'll come with more quotes and more talks about this, about that, about everything that I talk in my channel. Thank you so much, guys.